Hi, I'm Joanna Leggett. I'm here in my home today to look over some of my favourite properties that have recently been filmed and come onto the market. This one that I'm going to look at now, which I'd love to share with you, is one of my neighbours actually. It's not very far from where I live, but I remember this property 15 years ago when I was first selling houses, and it needed so much work. The position was fantastic, and that was its main selling point at the time when I first saw it. And I know, having visited it very recently, that the current owners have spent an absolute fortune on it, and is absolutely an amazing property now to what it was. It used to be really higgledy-piggledy. There was lots of small rooms, lots of work to be done, but now I'm going to show you what they've done to it. So this is going into the entrance. It's in a beautiful hamlet just outside of Villebois-la-Valette, and one of the most amazing things you can see the grounds. All of those buildings that you can see in the photograph, they're a part of the property. So this is the entrance when we go into the courtyard. I just love that. That's exactly what I want in my own house. That is just brilliant. It's got an outside heater, it's got an outside oven, and in fact the current owners use that in the winter just as much as they do in the summer. You can see there the log fire. Log fire can be roaring away. Over on the right hand side is a kitchen. Such a brilliant, entertaining space. I absolutely love that, and I'd really like that. I might have to convert my own barn into that. It's such a nice space. And then we go, that's the front of the property. So that was the original main house, but they've extended out into some of the other buildings. Now we're in the entrance hall. Let me just stop there. So this entrance hall is huge. It goes from one end of the house right out into the back garden. You'll notice some canoes hanging up in the ceiling there, which is quite an interesting feature, and they come with a really good story. So if you come and visit this house, you'll hear the story about the canoes. So a really lovely, welcoming entrance hall. Big high ceilings, beautifully polished floors, and really lots of style. They've got such good taste, the current owners. And if you saw this before, it's completely changed. So this isn't the main kitchen. As you can see here, this is like a laundry room, come utility room. You can chuck your boots off, walk into the house, and in you come into this really useful utility room. Then this is the main kitchen, which you can see. Again, brand new. It's got loads of storage space, table. It goes out into the dining room. Beautiful views out into the garden as well, and every single thing in this house has been renovated. You know, be aware that renovations can run into quite a lot of money, but we've got so many properties on the market. What type of property do you like? You know, are you looking for an old farmhouse? If so, this area of the Dordogne is a really, really good area. This house I'm sitting in was an old farmhouse, so you can't see a lot of it. You won't see the electrics, you won't see the plumbing. A lot of it is all under those walls, but they've spent an absolute fortune on it, and it shows. Look at the quality of the workmanship. Fireplaces in nearly every room. Beautiful wood burner there, just like my new one behind me. And here again, we're coming into one of the downstairs bedrooms. So there's bedrooms upstairs and downstairs. Loving those bits of art there in little alcoves. Here you can see an original sink. That would have been the original sink, which is what they would have used in the old days, which you can just see in the corner there on the left. I've just stopped the video to have a look. On the right hand side, you can see the beautiful fireplace, and then that's an entrance door that you can come in from the central courtyard. Fabulous dining area, really, really beautiful, and all original features. Coming around to the right. So this goes into one of the downstairs bathrooms. It's an ensuite bathroom, and again, if you've got people staying that aren't good with the stairs, this is the bathroom that you can see there. Lovely big shower room. Again, everything's brand new. And this is a really good sized downstairs bedroom, as you can see, and again, the windows opening onto the downstairs courtyard. Bathroom and a shower. I'm a bath girl myself. Look at that. That's the winding staircase that goes up to, in the original part of the house, that goes up to the bedrooms and study areas above. Now, as you can see, it's double height, and you've got a nice window at the top which is letting flooding light into the stairwell, which is beautiful. Now we're going into one of the bedrooms. You can see one of the best bedrooms. This is just used for guests, and as you can see, storage at the moment. But again, it's a very good size. A second bedroom upstairs, again for guests, Velux windows in there to let in loads of light. And there's some really, really good views from these bedrooms, which you can't see at the moment, but we will show you later. Another shower room for the guest bedrooms. And then we come into, this is the master bedroom, which is used as the master bedroom, but there is another room that's even bigger that you could use, but I love this room. It's a lovely fireplace again, as you can see there. Amazing art again. And look at the storage space. All of those wardrobes are staying, it's all built in. You've got the feature fireplace and the bed just looks out. Now this room here, they're using as a study at the moment. It's got double aspect windows looking out onto the courtyard, loads of light, really high ceilings, which I love as well. But this could be used as a master bedroom because it's the biggest room in the upstairs. They currently use it as an office and use the smaller bedroom, but it could be a bedroom. Again, you've got lovely shelving units, really high ceilings, original beams. And here we go into another study. This is on the ground floor, again looking out onto the courtyard. This is the lady of the house's study. Again, this could be used as dining, it could be used as another bedroom downstairs. There's lots of possibilities. It could be used as a snug room for the TV. It could be used as an art and crafts room. Here we come into a lovely sitting room. You'll see the lovely panelling on the walls there. Kind of Danish, the blue and grey features that you have there. Again, another stunning fireplace with a good wood burner. I'm very impressed with my new wood burner. And here again, so this is a good snug room. We're coming into another room. So you can see there's just so much entertaining space on both sides of the corridor of the big central hallway. This one is a lovely room. You can have the fire going, you can have your drinks, your aperos, you can sit around. But what you will notice about this house is the amount of light. There is just light flooding in from everywhere. I'm so impressed. If you saw this house before, you wouldn't believe it. In fact, we may even have some old pictures that we can show you of what it used to look like. Again, there's another old stone sink there. Lovely features that have all been kept. Beautiful light rooms. Look how large that room is. It's just gorgeous. And they've styled it very well. It might not be your style, but you could see the big spacious rooms with lots of light. You could really do it modern, you could do it antique, you could really, the house lends itself to any particular style. Personally, I like this one. So I'd really like to know what you think of this house. You know, is it your style of house? Is this the kind of house that you'd be looking for? Or are you looking for a romantic little apartment in Paris? Drop your comments below. Let me know what you like, what you don't like. Lovely old stone fireplaces. And it's unusual to have such an old house with so many original features all intact. None of them are broken, none of them are in any need of repair, and they're all usable, which is great. The view from the sitting room there going out into the lovely courtyard. There's the entertaining space over on the right hand side. There's lots of land and we still haven't come to the best part, which you haven't seen yet, which is part of the views. So here there's an old well. You can see the old well just next to the sitting area there. Again, there's another door going into the utility kitchen. And these are some of the grounds. Now we're looking at this in winter. Can you imagine how stunning this is going to be in the summer when all the leaves are on the tree? It's like a beautiful park. At the moment there's one little single stair. The pool obviously covered up because we're in winter time, but it's a good sized pool. It's full sun all day long, which is great. Huge barn there. Loads of space in the barns. Again, ripe for conversion if you want to carry on, or just use it for storage, because you will need one of those lawnmowers, that's for sure, with the amount of grass. And again, this is all new roofs, nothing needs to be done. You don't need to put any effort or any money into this unless of course you wanted to renovate it. And then we're coming round into this is how you would drive into the property. This is the drive coming into it from the original gates, as you can see here. There's such good features, such lovely features in this property. Now over on the left hand side, what you'll see there is the start of a new gîte. So this could be converted into guest accommodation. You can see they've started the work in here, and it's down to yourselves if you want to finish it or keep it like this as another entertaining space. But it's got the good possibility, the shower space is in, the kitchen space is in, there's the drawings, so it's actually even got its own plans all ready to go. It just needs finishing off. It'd be really, really stylish, like the rest of the property. As you can see, this is coming along to the back of the gîte, and it has a little courtyard area there on the back of the barn. This is a workshop. Every man needs a man cave, and this is certainly a man cave for men. Then here you can see the absolute stunning views. Are you looking for views? What is it that you're looking for in this particular area, and how can we help you find that? You know, drop your comments below, let me know what you're looking for, and let me go out and see if I can find some properties that match that. Now, I don't know if you can see it in the distance, but actually this is the only property in the area that you have views of both chateaux. You can see the Chateau at Villebois, which was actually built in the 100 Years' War by the English, and then the French chateau is inside, but also the Chateau Le Mercier, which was owned by two brothers and never finished. It's definitely interesting. You've got to go and see that when you're here. So, obviously we have a brilliant website and we've got over 7,000 properties on that. So if you want to have a look at this property in more detail, do follow the link on our YouTube video and go to our website. Not only will this property be on there, but you'll be able to see similar properties in the same area. But this property, all the details for it will be on the website. So you can look at the room sizes, you can look at the description, etc. And if you're looking for other styles or other properties in the area, everything is on our website. But most importantly, drop me some comments. Let me know what you thought about this property, what you liked about it, and what you'd like to see more of. And then we'll go out and find that for you. So, bye for now. Stay tuned and do subscribe to our channel, and we'll be bringing you loads more interesting properties to have a look at.